Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Rabiatul Arawiyah binti Zainal Abidin with the matrix number B0818104456. Today I will present my bachelor degree project entitled Development of Mobile-Based Flood Contributor and Transaction Fund Management System. First, I would like to thank my supervisor, Encik Muhammad Izzat, and the co-supervisor, Technologist Wan Nur Hisham, for their guidelines and support towards my Bachelor Degree Project 1 for the whole semester. I would also like to thank the panels, Technologist Shamsul Fakar and Mr. Ma Tian Chun for giving me this opportunity. Now, we'll begin with the abstract. According to the studies I have made, when it comes to natural disaster, especially flood disaster, there has not been a way that allows funding or donation happen using our phone. So, the goal of this system is to create a system that allows flood victims to apply for post-disaster relief, as well as for the contributors to donate their funding into one mobile application. The intention is to shorten the time taken to receive the flood funds from the donors and also make it a lot easier for applying the post-flood relief. Now, we will talk about the project background. Mobile-based flood contributor and transaction fund management system is a system that allows people to donate to the flood victims while also making it simple for the flood victims to apply for post-aid relief. The reason for me developing this project is because commonly flood victims are only assessed by the government or non-government according to the date of occasion or a specific relief center that has been reported. The process of applying for help or funding through papers documentation is often taking a long time. Sometimes it would take up to a month or two for the papers to be processed. It is also difficult to tell whether all the flood victims have received help or not. As for this, I would like to make a system that helps to reduce the time taken for the victims to receive help from the government or non-government. And it will also allow more contributors to donate their money using one centralized mobile application. All the data will be centralized within this system, and it helps all of the parties, including administrators, contributors, and the flood victims, to know either the status of their donation or post-aid relief application. The research is being carried out to reduce the time taken to collect the flood donations from the contributor. Also, the aim is to facilitate the process of applying for post-disaster aid for flood victims and also to improve the data management for the process of the application and the fund donation. Overall, this system will make it a lot easier for the users to manage their application or donation in one centralized mobile application. The scope of this project is divided into four, which is the first one is the users. The users of this mobile application is focused on the administrators, contributors, and also the flood victims, while the purposes are varied according to each user. For the administrator, they will be able to keep track of all the fund donation transactions and also the application made from the flood victims. For the contributors, they can manage their fund transaction and also check their histories. And for the flood victims, they will be able to apply for post-aid application online as well as keep track on their application status. This mobile-based flood contributor and transaction fund management system allows the user to use two options of language, which is English and Malay. And the last one is the software requirement. The software requirement needed to develop this app is the Android Studio and the Firebase. For the literature review, I have chosen 20 journals to be used for this project. And these are the three main selected ones. The first one is the Helping Hand and Efficient Donation Procedure based on mobile banking. From this paper, I learned that mobile banking is now more popular than ever, especially using Androids. It is because the online banking is mostly reliant onto the internet and the host of the network. The second one is a journal entitled A HMAC Algorithm Based Secure Online Transaction System Using Blockchain Technology. From this paper, I mainly focus on the flowchart that they have used in their system. The flowchart of this system is mainly the one that I have used as a guideline. And the third one is Social Networking Mobile Apps Framework for Organizing, Facilitating Charitable and Voluntary Activities in Malaysia. This paper is specifically for a mobile app that allows people to register as a volunteer on this mobile app. The purpose of this app is more likely similar to my project. The differences is my project is mainly based on the transaction funds. Software development methodology refers to a method or group of approaches used in the creation of software. It is an alternative way of looking at non-iterative process like waterfalls. It usually takes the form of a series of distinct stages. It is a framework that development teams use to produce high-quality software in a systematic and cost-effective manner. The equipment that is needed to be used in this project is the two software, which is Android Studio and Firebase. Android Studio is an official integrated development environment for Google's Android operating system. It includes a graphical user interface (GUI), and it is commonly used for the drag and drop features in the software. It is really beneficial for developers who are concerned about their understanding of the application that use a Visual Basic methods to be accurate. As for Firebase, Firebase is basically a cloud storage that is also owned by Google. Firebase delivers analytics, monitoring, reporting, and app problem fixes, as well as marketing and product. Next, the flowchart of this project. The flowchart will start with asking the users to log in into their account. If the users has created an account, they will be directed to their specific accounts according to the categories, either victims, contributors, or admin. If they have not created an account, they will be asked to register their account. And after that, they will go back to their login page and they have to log in again and go through the first process before. After they have passed the login phase, each category has two options. For the victims, the first option is post-aid application. The second one is application status. For the contributors, the first one is to make a donation, and the second one is donation history. And for the admin, their options are fund status and post-aid applications. Next is project design. As you can see in the screen, this is the login page of this flat contributor and transaction fund management system. The user will need to provide their IC numbers as their username and their password. And then, when they want to log into the account, they have to push the login button. If they have not made an account, they can create a new account by click on the create new account. The next is the sign up page. In the sign up page, they will have to provide their full name, IC numbers, phone numbers, and emails. They will also have to make their own password, and they have to re-enter the password to make a confirmation. They can choose whether they want to sign up as the contributor, the victims, or the administrator. After that, they will have to push the sign up button to create the new account. And then they have to log in again. After they have successfully created an account and logged in into their account, they will be directed to their specific account. For the flood victims, they will be directed to the victim menu. In the victim menu, they will be provided with two buttons, which is the post-aid application and the application status. For the post-aid application page, if they want to apply for help, they have to key in several informations. The first one is the relief center. The second one is the location or the address of their house that has been flooded. The third one is the date of the flood has happened. The fourth one is their residential status. Next, they will have to provide the number of households in their house. This page also provides with two drop-downs buttons. The first one is the water level. They need to state their water level of the flood. This is to help to know whether their situation is serious or not. And the second drop-down button is to know whether they have received any help from the government or the non-government. And then the last part is they have to declare whether all the information stated is true or not. If it is not true, the administrator has the right to ignore their application. And then lastly, they have to push the send button. The victims also can check their application status. In the application status page, they will be provided with the victims' names, IC numbers, the date of the application, and the status of the application. Navigation drawer will also be provided in this system. This will help to ease the user to go to other pages. The next one is the contributor menu. For the contributor, they will be directed to the contributor menu. In the contributor menu, will have two buttons, which is make a donation or donation history. If they click the make a donation button, they will be directed to make a donation page. They will be provided with a list of relief center that has been registered. If they choose to donate to one of the relief center, they can push the donate button. When they push the donate button, they will be directed to the payment page. In the payment page, they will have to enter their amount of fund they want to donate, and they will have to choose the online banking they want to use. And when they push the pay button, they will be directed to the FPX page. After the process is approved, they will be directed to the payment status, whether their payment have been successfully transferred or not. The contributors also can check their donation history. In the donation history page, they will be provided with the total donation they have made and a specific list of donation they have made in the previous time. And lastly, for the administrator, they will be directed to the administrator menu. In the administrator menu, they will have two options, which is fund status and the post-aid application. For the fund status, they can check the total fund that they have received from the contributors. The last page is the post-aid application. In this page, the administrator can check the status of application from the flood victims. The system goal for the administrator is to keep track of all the money donation transactions and applications. So the expected result from this system is the data of the money transferred in the account and the application of post-aid that have been made from the flood victims. In conclusion, this project has developed a new system that allows flood victims and flood contributors to manage their transaction and application in one centralized mobile apps. The contributor will be able to make a direct donation to the organization, and the flight victims can also apply for post-aid assistance online. That is all from me. Thank you.